My dear student, welcome to my online class. Hope you are well by the grace of Almighty. Before attending the class, you should collect your textbook, notebook, and a pen and write down the key point of the lecture. Now look at some pictures and discuss with your partners and what you see. So today our lesson is Lesson 3, River Gypsies in Bangladesh, Part 1. Now let's watch the video. Let's jump into the vocabulary first. Gypsy, meaning nomad, rover, traveler, wanderer, and roam. Ethnic, meaning relating to a population, subgroup, racial or race related. Nomadic, meaning living the life of nomad or wandering. Roam, meaning move about, travel aimlessly or unsystematically. Tarpaulin, meaning a large piece of heavy waterproof cloth used as a covering. Remedy, meaning a medicine or treatment for a disease or injury or trouble. Talisman, meaning an object, typically an inscribed ring or stone, that is thought to have a magic power and to bring good luck, serve, mascot, or emulate. Now read the text and answer the following question. River gypsies are an ethnic group in Bangladesh. River gypsies. Gypsy meaning a member of traveling people with a dark skin, and here living by the itinerary trade and forceful trade. And ethnic means a group of people who have a culture that is different from the main culture of a country. So River gypsies people are an ethnic group in Bangladesh. They are known as Bede to local people. They are familiar as a Bede to the local people. Local means neighborhood, regional or rural people. The gypsies have their own lifestyle and culture. The gypsies belonging their own lifestyle. Lifestyle means the way in which a person lives. And culture means the ideas, custom, and social behavior of a particular people or a society. So the gypsies have their own way of life and culture and traditions. They live in a grove and don't own any land. They live means reside in a grove and don't own any land. They don't possess any kind of land. Therefore, they live a nomadic life. They reside. A nomadic life means traveling from place to place, aimlessly wandering or vagabond. That means they don't live in a permanent place. They live in a different place in a different time, traveling from one place to another place. At the time of winter season, they live in one place. At the time of rainy season, they live in another place. And they don't live in a permanent place, and they move from one place to another place, time after time. These people roam across our rivers and waters from May to December in a small contributes. And these people and this they move from one place to another place without obvious plane, journey or trip. And they move from one place to another place without obvious plan of our rivers and waters from May to December in a small country, very tiny country boat. They both are their houses, and these people are a part of our waters, and they are part and parcel, integral part of our water lives. In winter, many water bodies dry up. In winter seasons, the waterways shrink less than 6,000 kilometers. And at that time, they return to the mainland and live in a makeshift tarpaulin tent on open riverbanks. And they return, that means they come back to the mainland, main part of the country, and live in a makeshift tarpaulin. And they use a tarpaulin to make a tent. Tarpaulin means a large piece of heavy waterproof cloth used as a covering. Tent means collapsible shelter of materials straight and supported by the post, or you can say the camp, and often river banks, river embankments. And they return back to the mainland of the country and they set up a tent using the tarpaulins on the often river embankment. And you can see here man relaxing in the tent. And relaxing means makes or become less tense or anxious in the tents in the camp. And the toddlers play with the dogs and other pets in the dust. Toddler means a young child who is just beginning to walk. The toddlers will play with the dogs and other pets in the dust. Dust means dirt or field. And the toddlers will play, enjoy their times with the dogs and the pets in the dirt or field. Women often idle wait way, picking off the lice in a torso or tries sitting in a row. Women often spend their time very lazily and by picking off of the lice in a twos or threes sitting in a row, making a row. They spend their times in lazily by picking up the lice from their hat one by another. Throughout the monsoon season, monsoon means a seasonal prevailing wind in the region of Southeast or Asia and blowing from the southeast between the May and September. That means the season of a monsoon that remain busy with the fishing and they are engaged with catching fish. They also dive for natural pearls in the waters. Dive means swim underwater using breathing equipment or without breathing equipment. For natural pearls, to collecting the pearls from the waters. Sometimes they came for a couple of weeks. They set up a camp in one place for a couple of weeks and men catch snakes and entertain the people with a snake charming and sails sail Harwell Hughes. Men catch the snakes and amuse the people with the snakes chirping and snakes dancing and sails Harwell Hughes. And he tells to the people of the local the Harwell Hughes remedies. Harwell means related to or made from herbs, especially those used in a cooking or a medicine. Women go from door to door to sell the bangles, cosmetics, and other things. And women, they go from one door to another door to sell these cosmetics, bangles, and other things to women. They also try to heal the pains of all people, often by sucking or blood from their body. They also try, and the women also try to heal, cure, mitigate the pain of all people, often by sucking and absorbing out the blood from their body. Many villagers believe in the magical power of the gypsies, and in our local areas, many villagers who live in the rural countryside, they think that the Bethel has magical power and they can make an evil spirit and leave someone's body by the magic or special power. And they can remove an evil spirit which is imposed by the gene or any other things. And they can leave someone's body by magic or a special power using their special or magic power. And answer the following question. Who are river gypsies? How do they live? Question number 3. What do river gypsies do in the water? Question number 4. What do river gypsy men do for a living? Question number 5. What do river gypsy women do for a living? Now answer the following question. The term ethnic is connected with people, plants, animals, and fishes. Write down the copy and answer through the Google Classroom. River gypsies roam around on their boats about 6, 7, 8, or 9 months a year. Question number 3. River gypsies live in tent in the summer, winter, monsoon, or spring. The term nomadic refers to a person living permanently at a place, traveling from place to place, living in a one's own house, living in a rented house. And write down the answer and submit it to the Google Classroom. Here homework is write a paragraph on River Gypsy. Have a nice life. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.